having another restart, as we can see here. Just a plain restart of the session. So the lights will go out again. We'll try and have another restart again. Daniel Jarrett doesn't get away, and I'm not too sure why really he's being allowed to continue, but we've got a pretty nice little run here. Meadow and Conniving side by side as we run up Mountain Straight, and Damo's going to get into this as well. Gussie's already pulled away. Does not want the leading group wants. Goggy holds down 5th. Anthony Kurzweil a bit wide. He's going to lose position to Mark. There's contact. And those guys nearly ended up in the fence altogether. Mark has got through. Paul Robinson runs 8th. Alex Daly 9th. Devo is at the end of the 10. We've got J-Man in 11th. Right, back up to the front because these guys were going at it pretty hard. Meadows pushing really hard across the top to try and catch that gap back up. And we will see how we go down the hill. Gussie, followed closely by Medinen. We've got Conniving in 3rd, Damo, and then Goggy, who's really giving him a hassle. Now Conrod for the first time. Mark is in 6th. Kurzweil in 7th. He's got Paul Robinson on his tail. Paul Robinson's having a look, but Anthony's just lagged, and Damo's spun. Damo's spun out. That's possibly under acceleration. Not a good start for him at all. We've got cars cutting the chicane as well. Justin Bryce is at the back of the grid for some reason, showing him as a DNF. I'm not too sure that is accurate. Back to the front. Damo's gone all the way to 14th. So it's Gussie, Meadow, and Conniving, with Goggy in 4th now. Mark up to 5th. Kurzweil 6th. Robinson 7th. Davo has 8th, and Alex Daly has 9th, and J-Man rounds out the top 10. Got Troy Dangerfield in 11th, in this special rock throwback tribute on the Nissan. Brett Gooden has 12th. Damo be trying to get past Daniel Jarrett, who's just put him in the fence. He's made contact with Reed Park and put the other car in the fence. It was unlucky placement for Damo, but really, quicker driver, just let him pass. You don't have to hold yourself up and the other driver. Damo won't be happy with that. It's a front-running car. Should not be getting caught up in those incidents. And Daniel's just lost it over the top as well, as Justin Bryce goes past. Gussie leads by 1.7 ahead of Meadow and Conniving. These two are going at it. Conniving round the outside through the chase. That is a great move. They're still side by side down to Murray's. Oh, a bit of a slide. They're giving it to the room. Meadow's going to pull through. You know why? Because there's a bit of slide from Conniving. Dan Stevens is the driver there. Rearwood Hamburg Cam looking back at Conniving through Griffins and up the hill we go. you see the background there. Dean Goggy have a massive moment on the curb. On the Exeter Griffins, he was fishtailing it. So he holds currently 4th. He'll be quite happy with that. Try and keep up with the leaders. The leading pack. Mark is in 5th. He's driving solidly. Paul Robertson in 6th. Davo 7th. And Alex Daly just hit the wall. Hit the wall at Silman. Stu McPhilly might have escaped without too much heavy damage. We've got J-Man running in 9th position. Brett Gooden holds down 10th. And look who it is, Damon Carter. He's coming up quick and fast. He wants to reclaim those lost positions. See what Damo can do. Doesn't stick it down the inside at Forest Sailboat. Brett Gooden hits the wall. The outside runs a bit too wide. Down Conrod in the slipstream as Gussie sets the fastest lap of the race at 2:03.1. Damo just pulls past before they even get into the chase. Good straight line speed there on the Paragon Tattoo Falcon. Go back to the front of the grid, shall we? Andy Kurzweil's running in 12th. Something's happened to him. And Justin Bryce is 13th as Kurzweil pits. Troy Dangerfield is 14th. He is. And Daniel Jarrett is in 15th. Kurzweil's pitting. So Gussie leads by 4 seconds. He's pulled out a very commanding gap. No Meadow and Conniving still battling hard. They're going at it. Got the Winfield throwback livery on the ZB Commodore here. He's Dean Goggy, the driver. He's running very solidly in 4th. Still a long way into this race. 90 minutes, of course, is an hour and a half. So we've got an hour and 2 to run. Way to go. Get yourself in. We've got yellows in sector 1, and that is because Daniel Jarrett was turned around, and I believe he's just gone back to the pits. When you do that, you can't rejoin the race. So I think that'll be a sigh of relief for the rest of the drivers. Gussie comes around to start lap number 5. Maintaining his pace now. His last lap was still quicker than the rest. Meadow, something's happened here because Conniving's got past Meadow, so a change for position. Conniving will now try and set off after the Ford Falcon of Gussie. Meadow will probably might be a bit vulnerable to Dean Goggy here at some point. Oh, big slide from Meadow out of the cutting. He may be losing grip on those tyres as they come through Reed Park. Very vulnerable here by the looks of it, as we get the annoying chopper cam coming down the mountain. Back to Mark, Paul Robinson and Davo. Davo's hot on his tail here. Out of the dipper. Bit of a wild run down the mountain for those two by the looks of it. Robinson grabbing a break. Oh, Davo nearly put it in the fence. Massive amount of wheel spin as he got on the throttle there. That is unfortunate. He was looking for a good run. He's lost all that gap and he's got to work back at it again. J-Man in 8th. We've got Alex Daly behind him in 9th. Damon Carter has got himself into the top 10. He's got past Brett Gooden. He's chasing these guys down. His last up was 2:05.5. So up there on pace for the leaders. Oh, big slide out of the chase. That was huge. Massive slide. Back through the order here. No one's pitted yet. All keeping each other pretty honest. Settling into a rhythm and staying on the track. Doggy, you can see there, getting a really nice run out of the cutting. Meadows just struggling for tyres a little bit here. Let's take you on board for a lap. Oh, Mount Panorama. That's a lap around Mount Panorama with Dean Goggy. He was certainly still pushing. There's not much between these two. Meadow, he's bottled it. He's bottled it. He has bottled it at the dipper. Oh, and it's contact. Big contact. He's in a bad spot here. I think that was Mark that made contact with him. But he's lost a hell of a lot of positions. A get out of jail free card for Dean Goggy there. It's a big gap now though. 5 seconds or so back to Conniving in second, who's trying to pull the gap back down to Gussie. It's just about 4 seconds. What can Conniving do? The number 66. Trying to chase down the number 69. Look behind. Dean Googie's got the lights on. He wants to make this a three-way fight, but look behind those two. Mark and Paul Robinson are nice and tight together. Now, what's happened to Davo there? Because he's dropped down to 13th. I wonder if he's had a pit stop. Doesn't say that he has. Then again, Anthony Kurzweil had a pit stop as well. So, not too sure what's happened there. Possibly a little mistake. Go back through these guys here. J-Man's in 6th. Good run for him. Damon from pretty much the back of the grid to 7th in this opening stint. He's done a fantastic job. Put the head down and charged. We've got here, that's Meadow Monin has had a pit stop. So he's decided to come in. Get on some fresh rubber. So he is down in 10th. Alex Daly holds 11th and Davo is in 12th. Justin Bryce is in 13th here. Kurzweil's in 14th. He's had another tour through the pit lane there. I'm not too sure what's happened. And as we speak, the race leader is coming in. And Dan Stevens nearly bottled it. Nearly put it in the gravel trap in the mountain, but Gussie is in. Early pit stop. Goggie stays out. The Commodores might seem to have the better fuel efficiency in the stints. Change for the lead. Conniving to Goggie. Paul Robinson stays out. Gussie is in. J-Man continues. Damon Carlo is 6. Brent Gooden. Meadow Monin. We've got Mark off in the chase. Troy Dangerfield coming past him. Alex Daly and Davo. Kurzweil and Justin Bryce. So what's going to happen here with these leaders? Are they going to pit? We'll have to find out. Wait and see. Gussie. Hoping he has a very nice outlap here. Through Forest Elbow. Straight he goes. Chase. He's quick. Love to see a speed trap rating here. Is he going to tour the pit lane? No, he's staying out. Interesting strategy. Could pay off. And Goggie's pitting. He can't run with him. So Conniving's going to have a nice little lead here. As the number 28 ZB comes into the pit lane for his stop. Paul Robinson is in as well. J-Man is the next car on track. He's staying out. And Gussie, the effective race leader, because he's already pitted, is right behind. So 28, 29 seconds is the lead for Dan Stevens. We have Gussie going for a move. And he's going to get that done pretty easy. Down the inside. J-Man locked the brake. That's easy done, that one. fresh tyres as Meadow sets the fastest lap of the race at 2:02.8. Fastest middle and last sectors. So the Gussie car. Yep. Driving very, very clean indeed. 29 seconds is the gap. We'll go back to the front. Brett Gooden has pit, and that looks like Justin Bryce as well. I believe it is. Brett Gooden is back out on track. Anthony Kurzweil is in 11th. Damo is still 10th. See on the left who has pitted. Alex Daly and Davo have both pitted, so that's probably explain why they're a little bit down the order still. Anthony Kurzweil, Brett Gooden and Mark have pitted as well. Justin Bryce is just coming out of the pit lane, so he has pitted as well. And there we go, the race leader is in. He is pitting. So let's see what we can find. Gussie has got the lead of the race back. The undercut has worked. It's worked massively. It's going to be a bigger gap than what there originally was. He's taken the undercut and he's shaking him. We've got yellows in sector 1. Try and find out from his J-Man. Just misses his pit entry. Let's go through. Oh, Eddie's cleared now, so must have just missed that. Gussie leads by almost 10 seconds. Back to conniving Dan Stevens. Behind them, Dean Goggy holds down a very nice third. He'll be happy with his race start. And Meadows not too far behind. That was a chopper flying through the track map. That's not very good. And Paul Robinson is 5th. Driving very steadily. Showed his class the last Super 2 outing. Alex Daly is in 6th. Damon Carter 7th. He's the only one that hasn't pitted so far. We've got Davo with a DNF. I wonder what's happened there. What we'll do, we'll take a short little commentary break. We'll come back to Gussie sets a 2:02.6 to retake the fastest lap of the race. We'll take a short little mute break and come back to you guys. Get any response there from the driver. We'll find out after the race. Minute and 5, I should say an hour and 5 into this race. Gussie leads by commanding 9 seconds. Back to conniving. And Goggie's 22 seconds off the lead of the race, almost a full pit stop. So that's not great for him, and he's coming up to lap Troy Dangerfield. So he is the only one running out on track that's been put down a lap. Meadow-Monin is 4th after starting on the front row. Hasn't quite worked out for him at all. We've got Paul Robinson in 5th. He's running well here. Go back to Dan Goggie, just glancing the fence there at Sulman Park. Coming down the hill. So conniving is just under 8 seconds. He's trying to pull Gussie in with those slightly fresher tyres. They can see each other on track just. And that is, we've got Troy Dangerfield actually is DNF now. I'm not too sure what's happened there. Unfortunately, another DNF. We've got Justin Bryce here who's about to be lapped. We've completed 13 laps. We're on the 14th lap. Gussie leads the way. Gap is consistent at about 8 seconds here, but he's going to be coming up on some lap traffic. He's not that close, so hopefully he'll be able to get it done down Conrod, and that won't be such a big problem. Not too much else is happening back through the grid. They're pretty spaced out now. Although Alex Daly is coming back to Damon, who still, I believe he has pitted. I'm not too sure. It says that he has. Paul Robinson hasn't, as Damo's lost it. Nearly, he's sliding all over the place. I wonder if that is to do with connection. You can see the ping number at the top of the screen. He's out of rhythm now. Look at that. Alex Daly into the fence there. He's trying really hard to catch up to Damo. Damo misses the S's. The S chicane and just clips the inside wall of the dipper as well. He's having a horrible lap. can these two do together? We've got J-Man in 8th, Brett Gooden in 9th, Mark holding down 10th after his early spin. Justin Bryce here still hasn't been lapped. He's managed to stay ahead of Gussie. Solid effort. Conniving actually did a quicker lap last time out. A 2:03.9 compared to a 2:04.0 for Gussie, but there's not much in that lap time. He's going to have to let him go. Gussie just scraping the wall. Poor place to do it. Conniving gets past Justin Bryce now. Go back to the front because the gap's closed down. It's about 6 seconds now. So Conniving's making pretty good time here. Gussie probably just be driving to his lap number. It said he's pit twice, but I don't think that's accurate. Oh, you see he's still pushing though. He just overcooked a little bit in a turn 1, lost the rear. And Kurzweil, as you can see, the next to be lapped. The gap is dropped to 5 seconds. It's under 6 now. Dan Stevens is pushing hard. Wants to try and help his teammate Vassal in the point standings. We're taking a win off Gussie here. Down through Metal Grate. Through McPhillamy. Car looks nice and solid, smooth. Through the chase. Gussie is pitting as we speak. So Conniving will take the lead. So Gussie's only there doing about 7 laps to a stint. Yep. Another pit stop. Maybe he's undercutting again, just topping up the tank. Try and get home. So Conniving will take the lead. And I believe Goggy is still there. And he's going to come up to second now as well, but he's a long way behind. Gus will be leaving the pit stall soon. Meadow goes through as well. So that's how far how much the undercut gains you in terms of track time. Paul Robbins goes through and Gussie leaves the pit bay. The next man back in 6th is Jamin. He is a long way behind. So let's see what the boys out front are going to do. Best thing for Stevens here is to just react, just cover him off with a pit this lap. Hopefully he can do it. So he's going to be coming up to lap Kurzweil. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea. You're going to get held up by a bit of lap traffic. So he's got 39 seconds to the leader, but he's staying out. Fresh tyres will come into play soon. So he is going strong. Dingogi's still in second. Meadow is pitting. So in he comes Paul Robinson's going to follow him in. And Gussie is of course going to stay out because he has just pitted. As you can see, he's not far behind. Only 38 seconds now off the lead of the race. There's Conniving getting past Kurzweil, getting out of the way very nicely indeed. Good spot to do it. Dan Stevens. What can he do to try and better Gussie? He comes now onto Conrod. What can he do? Time update, we're just over 52 minutes to go here, and we've run this will be 19th or 18th lap completed. And he stays out again, so gap's coming down. I'm not too sure about this strategy. Keeps losing out in terms of time. I suppose he's trying to make it so that he can gain somehow via track time, via tyre time. Fresh tyres. Mark makes his pit stop. Stevens nearly in the fence at the Griffins. We've got Dean Goggy being got past Bryce. Gussie just puts down at 2016. So this is how this is playing out at the moment. Gussie's made his second stop. And he is currently third on track. We haven't had a safety car period yet. Probably won't. This race is running pretty quickly. We've got three cars currently on track that are a lap down. And Kurzweil Mark and Justin. And there's another little mistake for Justin. Headed for a sailboat. Let's go back to the front, and Stevens is staying out. He's losing time to Gussie. This is hurting him big time. Maybe he's trying to go longer in the fuel stint and actually drain the tank and try and gain something back at the next stop, but he's just putting himself out of sync here. He's got to try and keep with Gussie. It's just not working. So Stevens out in front. Goggy second. Gussie in third. He is the effective race leader. Don't forget, we've got Meadow in fourth, Paul Robinson in fifth, Brett Gooden is sixth, but he's going to be overtaken here by Damon Carter very soon. Go on board as Damon takes the wide line. Sliding around. There's that errant helicopter. Down Conrod here. He's going to be able to make the overtake. He's in the slipstream. Side by side. And gets it done into the chase. Very nice move indeed. I believe the leaders have a pit here. Or not. Because Gussie's in the lead and Dan Stevens is in second. Maybe there was a pit stop. Try and double check that. Yes, there was a pit stop for Dan Stevens. So the gap is closer now. So he's worked that well. 2.5 seconds. And Dean Gorey's still in third, but he is yet to stop a second time. These two are going to have a very interesting little battle here. There's lap traffic up ahead as well. So Gussie's still in the lead. Stevens is close behind. The gap is under 2 seconds. Dean Goggy is back in third here. He's still going along very smoothly. Meadow is in fourth, followed closely by Paul Robbo. He's doing a good job, still sitting in the top 5. David Carter, with a ping of 1, is sitting in 6th. He's got 0. He's on the server pretty much. Oh, he had a big moment there. He grabbed the brake. Good save. Alex Daly in 7th. Jamin in 8th. Mark has fought his way back to 9th position and on the lead lap. Brett Gooden is in 10th. Look who's behind him, the race leaders. We'll get back to this battle here. Just 1.5 seconds and Dan Stevens is coming. He is flying and he's worked out the pit stops very well. Because he's driving that Falcon very hard. Dan Stevens just looks like he's got a bit of a better race car at the moment. Just go on board and have another little ride around the mountain. Oh, and he just overused the chicane. Too much speed through Skyline there. Levy for the rest of this lap as he tries to chase down Gussie. We've got lap traffic ahead. Going to have to butt in because Brett Gooden has held Gussie up a little bit there. The downer Falcon has been delayed somewhat. The gap is just over half a second. So they make their way across the mountain. We're still on board with Dan Stevens. Come through McPhillamy now. had the fastest lap last time around. We've got just under 40 minutes to go in this race. It's been a very long one indeed. These two are the only ones fighting it out of the front. You can see this. What's going to happen now? He's within striking distance here, Stevens. He's got the slipstream. Next man on track for them to lap will be Mark, who you heard just in the background of frame. Goggy's 47 seconds off this lot. Gussie pits. So Dan is just trying to out drive him here, overcut him with the tyres and the fuel. He'll probably go for quite a while here. And Gussie, he's got enough of a gap. He should come out ahead of third place here because Meadows actually closed up to him a little bit. Paul Robinson not too far behind. Dean Goggy's last lap is 2:08.5. He's just been struggling a little bit here. This battle is going to be very interesting indeed. Gussie has exited the pits. There he is. He's ahead of these guys. 43 seconds. So Stevens has got the gap here out in front to the point where he can pit and still come out ahead. It's a big thing to have. It's a big lead. Average travel time around is probably about 45 to 50 seconds. But he stays out, Ken Stevens. So we'll see what happens with that one. Go back to this battle for third because I think Dean's been awakened a bit. His last up to 5.4, so he's just pulled, I should say 5.6. He's got his gear together and he's pulled a little gap. It's a fantastic shot looking at the elevation changes from Forest Elbow down to through Conrod and the chase. Meadow has closed up a little bit. 2-second gap. Yeah. So this is going to be a very interesting finish to the race. 35.5 seconds to go in this race. And anything can happen. We're running lap 26 at the moment. Gussie, 41 seconds. Dan Stevens stays out. Mark is pitting. So that is an easy lap to take, and he's done a 2:39 last lap, Dan. So his pace is pretty consistent at the moment. Won't see. Gus is a fair way behind, as we know. What lap time is it going to be? He's going to come across the line very shortly. He's has all the best sectors, of course, because he has the fastest lap of the race. What is the lap? It's a 2:02. And there's a fresh tyre pace coming to the fore. Good to see him set. You can see another fast lap being done here. So, as you see, the gap is pretty much the whole mountain sector, middle sector. He's coming down Mountain Straight now. We should expect him to pit any time soon. Look at that little battle there for 6th position. Damon Carter and J-Man. Unfortunately, Damo should be up the front of this race, but he's just not. He hasn't made a little incident. He's actually got past around the outside. Well, looks that very nice move. So, unfortunately, because of Damon's incident, he's just been put towards the back of the pack. So we'll see Paul Robinson's actually pit as well, and he's going to come under attack from the leaders. Focus on this little battle here for the moment, because you can see the leader behind. He's staying out. J-Man's trying to get past Damo, and I don't think it's going to happen, to be honest. Leader is actually getting held up here down the hill. 3 in a row. Paul Robinson gets out of the way quite sensibly. J-Man gets out of the way as well, and he might lose a position to Paul Robinson. Yes, he has. He was a bit too conservative, giving the space. J-Man gets out of the way as well, and he might lose a position to Paul Robinson. Yes, he has. He was a bit too conservative, giving the space. Damon's still trying to stay on the lead lap here. The gap at the lead between the top two is 39 seconds. Damo just goes wide last corner, gives the lapping car the space. So that's fair, but that was a poor lap. At 2:05, he got held up across the top coming down the hill. He won't be happy about that. What can he do? Yeah. Up the hill, these two. Paul Robinson's got a very good run here. Last lap from Gussie was a 2:04.4, so not that much better. Robinson's trying to get around the outside. He's going to have to flick back in for Reed Park. Right out there. Again, J-Man's not too far behind. He could strike. Goggy is in the pits as we speak. Paul's got to try and set him up here for Elba, but he's covered. Get a nice straight run. As Damo made his exit shallow, narrow. Gussie's still in the pits. Damo is holding 5th, and there's only 4 cars on the lead lap. This is going to get interesting. It's almost a little game of who can stay on the lead lap. Let's go back to the front. Goggy's holding down 3rd quite nicely here. Meadows quite a long way further back. Dan Stevens is running lap 30, has just started. Look at those two in the background there, Damo and Paul Robinson. J-Man is in the pits. These two looking like it. Damo's covering Paul. Just probably wasn't quick enough in a straight line to get, but he's got good corner exit. Paul let him have the corner. Through the cutting. Bit of a squirm for Damo. Another one there as well. Paul nearly in the fence. He was riding the curb on the outside of Reed Park there. Damo, you can see using all the road. Car turned. Paul looks like he's got a bit more mid-corner speed. Down the hill they must go. And towards Forest Elbow. Damo makes himself shallow again. Paul's going to have a good run here. This is going to be a solid exit. He's got to tuck himself into the slipstream here. The leaders are both doing 3s. And the gap there is 38 seconds. Paul is right behind Damo here. This is for 5th position. Oh, big slide from Damo on the entry. Too much curve from Paul. He couldn't maximise the mistake. Fighting hard. Just trying to really get these. Look at his exits. His exits are pretty good. As we have the leader in the pits. Leader is in the pits. We can get back to him here. Where is Gussie coming into the chase? Has he got enough of a gap? Is Gussie still going to come out in the lead again? Dan Stevens has been working this to his absolute best. Trying to maximise or minimise the time spent in the pit lane. There goes Dan. This is going to be really tight on the exit here. It's going to be very close. Here they come. It's going to be within a second again, and he's going to have better tyres. He's been working this one excellently, Dan Stevens. I was a bit hesitant about the strategy, but he's making it work. That gap just over 1.5 seconds. He's on cold tyres. Get them up to temperature and pressure. We'll go back to that battle for 5th position. See what's happened with it, because it's still going. Amo runs defensive line down the inside of Forest Elbow. Paul takes the conventional. He's just going to try and clip the apex a bit more, carry a bit more mid-corner speed through that particular corner. He's pretty close. He's looking to strike in the next couple of laps. Very close battle. Up mountain, straight and up the mountain. Still going at it over the top of the hill. Let's go back to the front of the pack as Dean Goggy's in the pits. Meadow Mona will be pitting as well, so Dean will keep that position. Dan Stevens is keeping Gus honest. Gus getting held up. Lap traffic, that looks to be Justin. It is Justin Bryce. He stays to the right. He lets both of them through. This is going to advantage Dan Stevens. A massive advantage. He's within half a second. Battle is on up Mountain Straight. He's looking inside, looking outside. He's covering pretty well here. Almost on the verge of blocking. He looks down the inside. Is he going to do it? He's not up there enough, far enough. Up across the top of the hill now. Gussie all out of shape there through McPhillamy. Really close. He's breathing the fumes of the car in front. front straight for another time. Lap 34. Rfactor is in the pits. These guys are just getting absolutely gobbled up. These guys are doing 2:04s. The rest of them at least 2 seconds slower. Gussie's weaving all over the track again. Trying to find a way past. Oh, big slide in Griffins. That's not going to help him. Oh, another big slide. The car is not liking current conditions. He's got about 19 minutes left of this race to go. And it's all happening here for the lead. Over Skyline. Down Conrod straight. The gap is half a second. Both using lots of curve there. Gussie's pitting. He can't go with him. He's just running out of fuel and tyres too early. This is handing a big advantage to Dan Stevens. Every time he pits, the gap gets closer. I think this time, Dan Stevens, after he pits, he'll come out in the lead. Unless he can get home. If he can get home on here, that's a big advantage. Gussie is in second. Adinkovi's third. He's going pretty well. Meadows staying on track for fourth. It's all about points. We've got Paul Robinson here. He's a fair way ahead of Mark, who's actually a lap down at the moment. So Damon is 7th. J-Man 8th. Alex Daly 9th. Brett Gooden in 10th. Kurzweil in 11th. Justin Bryce 12th. And he's 2 laps down. We've got Troy Dangerfield, Davo, and of course Daniel Jarrett not partaking in this race. So the gap's 42 seconds. Up Mountain Straight again. Not been much happening in this race. It's settled down quite a lot. The guys at the front putting an incredible pace. Gussie's out of the pits. The gap there is 41 seconds. Stevens is driving a beautiful race here, managing everything, putting the pressure on his rival. Solid result here from Dino too. He's just kept himself out of trouble. Kept himself on the track. We'll go back through and just have a look at what's happening on track. Not much happening. We've got Mark and Justin. They're massively out of play. Damo's actually a lap down now in 7th, so he's made a pit stop and he's trying to catch up to Mark. And Paul Robinson is a lap down as well. J-Man 8th, Alex Daly 9th, he's trucking along. He's trying to get to the end, these guys. Brett Gooden. There is only 13 minutes left as we speak, so it's not too long to go here. Justin Bryce is pitting again. We're running currently lap 37. And the gap at the front has actually come down to 39 seconds. So Gussie putting in those quick laps. Is he going to be able to get to the finish? Is Dan Stevens here going to be able to get to the finish as well? Time will tell. Only time will tell what will happen here. Is he coming in? No, he's staying out. You can see in the background there. Cars coming down the mountain. And Gussie running along very well. Kurzweil and Justin are both 2 laps down. The rest from Paul Robinson in 5th down to Brett Gooden in 10th are 1 lap down. So what can these guys do at the front? What can Gussie do? He's going to be able to peg that gap back. Has he got enough to get to the end? 11 minutes to go. There's been our lap around here's 2 minutes, so that's... There's going to be about 5 and a bit laps to go. We're currently running lap 38, so that will probably mean it's going to be about lap 44, so pretty good on the numbers. Dan Stevens driving a great race. Can these guys go to the finish? Not so sure about Stevens here. He's done a 2:04.0 on the last. Maybe he's lifting and coasting. $2:02.3 for Gussie's last lap. He's filled to the finish. Can guarantee. Coming across the top of the mountain now. Gap's 36 seconds. Lap 40 to start. Last lap at 2:04.2. Coming up to lap Brett Gooden again. He's going to get past Brett Gooden. The gap is 34.5 seconds between him and Gussie. Gooden just nudging the wall at the exit Forest elbow. So quickly putting another lap on the rest of these guys here. And 5.5 minutes left to go. We should have another 4 laps here on the road. And he's pitting. The leader is pitting. Is this going to be a splash and dash? 20 seconds and counting down. What's it going to be? How long is he going to take? Gussie's coming through the chase, but he's got lap traffic ahead. It's a splash and dash. Stevens is going to get out in the lead. Gussie's pushing hard. You can see how hard he's pushing. But Stevens is out. It's a master strategy. He's overcut the number 69 Falcon all race long, and it's paid off. It's paid off in the end. We'll probably have low fuel and fresh tyres. The gap is 12.5 seconds. I think it's all over for Gussie. He won't have any tyre left, no doubt. Up over the hill. There's that errant helicopter again. There's Gussie. Look at him charging. Gussie set the fastest first sector for this lap. He is charging. Look out. Here he comes. No, sorry, I'm incorrect here. He's 45.1 for the first sector. He's not on a purple lap. But he's charging all the same. Last up was a 3.8. His best is a 1.6. But I think it's all over. It's been a master stroke strategy. So Gussie in second, 12 seconds back. We have Dean Goggy. It's been a very good race for him. He hasn't been able to match the leaders, but he's kept it solid. Kept it on the track. He stayed in the podium position. Behind him, Meadow Moment is the other driver on the lead lap. He's just had to roll around on his own as well. Those two are doing 2:08.3s, almost identical in lap pace. The gap is coming down. You see Gussie's charging. Now this is Stephen's first lap out of the pits. What can he do on a low fuel lap time? He's not setting the... setting the timers. Oh my god, the train's on fire. He's not setting the sectors alight, but he's... his lap times should be good. .38 seconds left in this race. We started lap 43. It should be time +1. So Stephen's done a very good job. The gap's just under 11. Gussie's still trying. He's not going to give up. Sliding the car around. The clock has run out. Goggy's pitting. He could not make it to the finish. Unbelievable. He shouldn't lose time here, if it's only a splash and dash. 80 seconds, and Meadows actually down a lap now, so he's crossing the line, and that's the checkered flag. It's all over. Stevens wins. 43 laps completed. He's done an absolute masterstroke here. Won it by 10 seconds, overcoming a massive disadvantage. Gussie finishes second, really good drive for him. We're just waiting on Goggy. He will finish third, the last one on the lead lap. Coming down the hill. A very good race for Stevens tonight. He's done fantastically. He coming down Conrod, a really good result for him. First race in the main game. Might be second actually, but he's done a very good job. He's going to come across the line. We're just waiting. Everyone is going to try and finish here and get all their laps back. But the official result is Dan Stevens from Gussie and Dean Goggy. Those are the three drivers finish on the lead lap. Meadowan, Paul Robinson and Damon Carter. Mark, Alex Daly, J-Man, Brett Gooden rounds out the top 10. Justin Bryce, Anthony Kurzweil, Troy Dangerfield, and Davo and Jarrett are all DNFs. As we watch Dan doing his victory burnouts on the front straight. He's doing a fair old job of them. These Dunlops won't have anything left on them. We'll say thank you very much for watching the Down Under V8's main game. It's been an interesting race, probably not the race we were after. The field pretty spread out, but the strategy was there for all to see. And